Hi everyone, my name is Jessica. I'm a clinical and a forensic psychologist from Germany. I've worked with different groups of patients and treating them in inpatient and outpatient facilities, but also in a psychiatry, in a forensic psychiatry. And therefore I came across a lot of different groups of patients, from different backgrounds, different ages, and they were suffering from a great variety of mental health issues. For example, depression, anxiety disorder, drug addiction, paraphilias, etc., etc. So there's much more mental health issues out there. And what actually most of them had in common were their thoughts. So you could see that most of these people, especially suffering from depression or anxiety, had these, how can I say that? They have this depressive way of thinking and negative self-judgment. They were talking very badly to themselves, which is one of these certain aspects in actually the therapy approach I'm practicing. So it's about thoughts and how to deal with them in a healthy way. And so during my work, and I'm trained in a cognitive behavior therapy, I've experienced quite a lot of patients benefiting from mindfulness-based approaches, such as, for example, mindfulness meditation, in order to, let's say, get kind of control of their thoughts, or mainly those negative thoughts that were bothering them. So, so what's going to happen next in the next few minutes you're watching this? I would like you to introduce you to a quite simple model, which is called the cognitive triangle. I just have it here. And that model actually explains how our emotions, our thoughts, and also our behavior is connected. That's how you see it on the arrows. So whenever you're changing something in your behavior, it automatically influences the emotion and also automatically influences your thoughts. So when your thoughts change, it also has an influence on the emotions. So that's basically the model, the cognitive triangle. And I often use this to demonstrate my patients how, as I said, a certain behavior can affect both emotions and thoughts, also the other way around. And as you can see, all these elements, behavior, emotion, and thought, they're interconnected. In order to influence our thoughts, the right corner, you have to change something in your behavior. And there are different kinds of behavior, and I would like to focus this video on mindfulness, especially mindfulness meditation. And we all know, I hope I'm not the only one, but we all know that part of ourselves who isn't really friendly, who judges, who makes us feel bad about ourselves, being hard on us, constantly ruminating, just simply put, a depressive pattern of thinking. We all have that at certain times. And you might have also noticed that meditating or even just calming down the mind can be tough to do and really, really challenging at some point. So when I talk about mindfulness or mindfulness meditations, it's about paying attention to the present moment with the intention while letting go of any judgment. So that's like a kind of a global definition. And one way in doing so is, for example, focusing on your breath, focusing on the inhalation and the exhalation. And it might be challenging in the beginning because you might notice your mind just wandering off all the time. You keep thinking about other things, but it's the repeated practice that makes you more concentrated, that gives you actually the opportunity to just focus on your breath. So it's not a bad thing if you just realize you're thinking about something else. You're thinking about, oh, I have to do the dishes afterwards. But as soon as you recognize, oh yeah, I'm thinking about something, you just bring your thoughts back and your concentration and the focus back to your breathing, like the inhalation, the exhalation. And as I said, it's going to be hard in the beginning, but it's a constant and a repeated practice that just makes it better. Another way is, the third way I would like to mention, of kind of changing your thoughts or trying to control your thoughts, is the practice of, example, the yoga asana. So it's about the physical exercise, and if you do it in a very mindfulness way, you will notice that while you're practicing, you're fully concentrating on your body, on your breathing. So you're just really focused on what's happening right now, like which muscles are active, do you feel any pressure at any bones, how is your breathing, etc. And yeah, doing that, you might notice that there's actually no space for any other thinking or any other thoughts that might come up to your mind. So with these mindfulness based approaches, or what this mindfulness meditation, as I said, all have in common is it's like any form of mindfulness, is that they require you to focus on the present. So that's the most important thing. You're in the present, you're not in the past, you're not ruminating about the future, you're just really in the present to concentrate on what's happening in that moment. How do people benefit from mindfulness meditation or mindfulness in general? And I can give you some facts about that, like based on my experience, based on the patients I work with. First of all, it improves concentration. So you will notice that your span of concentration grows after repeated practice. And it also reduces the ruminative thinking that leads to high levels of stress, and which could eventually lead into a mental health issue. Not necessarily, but sometimes it just creates symptoms that leads people to seek a therapist. And it also helps to tolerate and also deal with emotions in a healthy way. What else? Mindfulness meditation, or mindfulness in general, provides a very great tool for developing some more self-acceptance. Because if you imagine you have these destructive thinking, like self-judgment, I'm such a bad person, I don't like myself, I did horrible things, etc., etc. Mindfulness helps you to kind of interrupt that self-sabotaging patterns, because you just give your brain a break. And we're like with the mindfulness meditation, we're enhancing our ability to feel more integrated, and we clearly improve our ability to focus on attention, to concentrate, to be present at the moment, like with intention. And just like you can imagine, like those negative thoughts, they can be there. They might not always, you might not be always able to control them. They might be there, but you see them as kind of, for example, as clouds. So they're there for a few seconds, but then you just let them go. You know, like the sky kind of clears up. And that's how it works with the mindfulness meditation. And also, that's actually a very important a point in mindfulness meditation, or mindfulness in general, is that it leads to more resilience. So resilience is the kind of, how should I explain it, the ability to bounce back after something bad happened to you, and to be strong after something happened. And it, like the mindfulness meditation, it enhances our capacity to experience the joy of everyday life. And that's actually the end of this video, and I hope you got a kind of introduction of mindfulness meditation, and I would like you to keep in mind how you can benefit from it. So just give it a try, practice it, try hard, and you might notice some difference in your thinking. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.